Hi, thanks. Welcome to this video again. We are still continuing on environmental pollution, and we are saying pollution is classified. In our previous video, we defined environmental pollution. We are still defining the key terms under environmental degradation. So pollution is often classed or classified as in two ways. The first one is point source pollution and non-point source pollution. Now, point source pollution is when the source or origin of pollution can be traced or is known. Is when you know where the pollution is coming from, point source. Now, non-point source is where the polluting area or where the pollution, you see just the area being polluted or something is polluted, but you cannot identify the source or where it is coming from. It cannot easily be traced. Those are the classes of pollution. Now, in brief, in 2015 or 2015, pollution killed 9 million people worldwide, 1 in 6 deaths. This remained unchanged in 2019, with little real progress against pollution being identifiable. Air pollution accounts for 4/3 of these earlier deaths. They are giving you a brief history here, according to the UN report. In 2015, pollution killed 9 million people worldwide, 1 in 6 deaths. This remained unchanged in 2019, with little real progress against pollution being identifiable. Air pollution accounts for 4/3 of these earlier deaths. Air pollution is accounting for 4/3 of these deaths. 9 million people worldwide. That is only air pollution. The major forms of pollution. Now we looked at the classes. We said point source and non-point source. Now the major forms of pollution include air pollution, light pollution, litter, noise, plastic, soil contamination, radioactive, thermal, visual, water pollution, land, and air. Now, the major forms of pollution and particular contaminants relevant to each other include, now they are talking about, we are looking at now each and every one. Air pollution refers to the release of chemicals and particulates or particulate matter into space or atmosphere. Common gaseous pollutants include carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, chlorofluorocarbons, nitrous oxide or oxides produced by industry and motor vehicle activity. Particulate matter or fine dust is also majorly from vehicular services, and aerosols from agricultural activities such as sprays. Aerosols is when someone is spraying his farm against maybe pesticides or insecticides that destroy crops, the insects that destroy crops. Now that spray, some of it goes into the atmosphere and then it is now aerosols, and it contaminates the air. It causes pollution, air pollution. Electromagnetic pollution. The overabundance refers to the overabundance of electromagnetic radiation in their non-ionizing forms, such as radio and TV transmissions, including Wi-Fi. That is electromagnetic pollution. Light pollution involves light trespass over illumination and astronomical interference. Littering is also a form of pollution, and it says the criminal throwing of inappropriate man-made objects unremoved onto public and private properties. That's literally social pollution. Noise pollution encompasses roadway noise, aircraft noise, industrial noise, and high intensity sonar. That is noise, how they define different forms. Now, plastic pollution involves the accumulation of plastic products and microplastics in the environment that adversely affects wildlife and wild habitats or human. This is very common, especially in developing countries like our own, Uganda. Plastic pollution, we have lots of them. We have companies that are manufacturing plastic products, and you find out that our streams and our land or soils are contaminated by plastics, a lot of them, because once humans access them, let's say someone has gone to buy some water, then the plastics, Africans, for them, they are Ugandans actually, they just dump those plastics anywhere, apart from a few areas where there are gazetted spots where you're supposed to throw them there, but people still don't follow. This is very common, especially in Kampala here, plastic pollution. Now, soil contamination is another form of pollution, and it says it occurs when chemicals are released by spills or underground leakage. Among the most significant soil contaminants are hydrocarbons, heavy metals, e.g. lead, herbicides, pesticides, and chlorinated hydrocarbons. We finish soil contamination like that. Radioactive contamination results from radioactive components in atomic physics, such as nuclear power generation, nuclear weapons research tests, and manufacture of deployment. Thermal pollution refers to a temperature change in natural water bodies caused by human influence, such as the use of water as a coolant in a power plant or machine. When you use water as a coolant in a power plant or machine, that is thermal pollution now. Visual pollution can refer to the presence of overhead power lines, motorway billboards, screened landforms, as from strip mining, open storage of trash, municipal solid waste, or space debris. Visual pollution, too much dust, you cannot see somewhere. Visual pollution, you cannot see what is coming. Now, water pollution. Water pollution is caused by the discharge of industrial wastewater from commercial and industrial waste internationally or through spills into surface waters, discharges of untreated sewage and chemical contaminants such as chlorine from treated sewage, and the release of wastes and contaminants into surface runoff flowing into or to surface waters, including urban runoff and agricultural runoff, which may contain chemical fertilizers and pesticides, as well as human feces from open defecation. That is water pollution. So in our next video, we are going to now talk more about environmental pollution. I thank you as you watch our next video.